Welcome to my channel. My name's Captain Crush, and I'm doing it like nobody else does it. Brother in Christ, I'm telling you right now, sidetrack real quick. I got two must plays that I think you should have in this five game NBA slate. The sweet spot, baby. 5 to 7 games is where we can isolate and crush. But before I get into the two must plays, and I'm going to give you a couple of darts, by the way, I got to talk about some other things. First, I've been saying this all week long. I'm coming close to that 10K number. Guys, I'm telling you right now, when I get to 10K subs, I'm going to do a giveaway, and it's going to be pretty decent. I ain't going to cheapskate it. It's going to be decent, okay? But to get there, I need the 10K number. I'm so close. I can taste it. It's 5 digits. It doesn't mean much, but it's just it's that first milestone because it's 10% of 100K. And buddy, let's be honest. Captain Crush should have 1 million subscribers. Nobody does it like Captain Crush. Are you kidding me? Go to your favorite content creator, listen to how he does things, then slide on back over to me over here and listen to this guy, this cartoon of a character, Captain Crush. And I'm telling you, I'm head and shoulders above the rest. Now, if you're new, subscribe. If you like the channel, hit the like button, and let's move forward. Now, before we get into today, let's go over to yesterday real quick, and these are the 5 that I talked about. Actually, I talked about all of these yesterday. Giannis, cash. Joker, ejected at halftime. Hey, Joker, you got rebooted because you got a technical foul and you sold us all. But you know what? We'll take the reboot. Unfortunately, I had him in every underdog slip that I had, so they all went busto. Busto spaghettio, but busto to robusto is my favorite trip. And today, we're going from busto to robusto. Tatum, 1.3 fantasy points. He cashed everything. Sabonis, my oh my. Sabonis. My heart, it breaks, buddy. You had 19 to 20 fantasy points in the first quarter. And then your team, you just fell apart. Foul trouble. You didn't shoot the ball. You guys phoned it in. I know you're on a back-to-back. I know you're due regression. But, buddy, that was terrible. I'll be on you next game. You can bet everything you got. Next, LaMelo Ball, cash it. Next, Bam, cash it. And the late night hammer. The dude that was questionable. He should have been the play of the day. He was supposed to be the thumbnail before they ruled him questionable, so I pivoted to Sabonis. But I still told you guys to take him. Good old Sengun. He crushed 30-plus points, okay, on his way to a 50 burger for fantasy. He's him. He crushed it. So miss me with the ideas that nobody crushed given Captain Crush's advice because, buddy, out of this list, the only 2 that sold, and Joker, he got ejected. What do you do? So it's almost a clean sweep. Sabonis sold. What are you going to do? But now that we've reflected and we've gone over and licked wounds, let's talk about today. Who do we got? The first guy that I'm going to talk about, this is egregious. I've been saying it all day in the cord. Tobias Harris, 29 fantasy score. What are they doing? Bro, the man was just at 33 to 34 fantasy points a couple days ago. Now they bumped him down to 29 because he had one stinker. Buddy, my brother in Christ, I'm taking more on Tobias Harris. I don't care if he sells me. This is literally the de facto best play on the board right now. The matchup is whatever. It's their Cleveland's ranked like 11th against his position. I'm not really interested in that. I'm simply looking at fantasy point per minute, which he averages, let me bust out the notepad, an abysmal 0.99 fantasy points per minute, but it's almost a full point, okay? So if he plays 30 to 35 minutes, just do the simple math, kid. 0.99 times 30, you're gonna get over 29, but he's not gonna play 30. He's gonna play 31 to 33 minutes. Even in a blowout, he should be covering 31 to 32 minutes. His usage rate, it's not that great, 19%. He doesn't have the ball in his hands a lot, but he does have block and steal equity, which are 3 points a pop. So Tobias Harris, you just made the list. I'm putting you in the slip. You're probably going to be on the thumbnail. I haven't made the thumbnail yet, but it's probably going to be you, buddy. So I'm telling you, for the sake of my audience and my court and everyone else in the sound of my voice, please don't sell. We're begging you. You're the best play on the board. I got him projected for what? 39 or 37 or 39 fantasy points in my model projection, which, by the way, you know, Captain Crush, I've been doing God's work since 1984. Just kidding. I'm not that old, but that's a curveball. But I've been doing the Lord's work for a long time now. now, and I put my model projections up in the Discord, so you don't even need a list. I give you a list, but I give you my full projection model so you can literally pick your own and see what you want. Fantasy scores, assists, points, minutes, projections, turnovers, blocks, steals, all of it. It's all there. And if you go there, CaptainCrush.net, you can get in, but you got to be gold for that. I don't give it out for silver. The only thing I give out for silver projection-wise is the NFL showdown slates. However, you can go there and you can see Tobias is ranked 37 to 39 fantasy points. When I see a differential like that, buddy, I'm the ultimate warrior rope banging here, man. I'm telling you, it's exciting to see. So it feels like such a good spot that it's too good to be true. So you know what? I won't be surprised if he sells me. So I'll have a few hedge slips on him and maybe just fade him in a couple spots. But you don't have to anchor him down because he is a role player, and I don't really advise anchoring role players, but you have to have some exposure to this. He was just at 33 fantasy points the other day. Okay, he played against Brooklyn and had 23. That was his bad game. Atlanta, he put up a 49 piece. So you know he has a ceiling of 50, okay? He has a ceiling of 50. Boston, 27. He barely missed. 36 against Indiana, 33. He should get right around, realistically, 30 to 31 fantasy points. Just being realistic, okay? Model loves him, but I'm being a realistic person, and I hope that he comes through for us. The next guy that I'm going to talk about is none other than the guy I rarely target, but when I do, he hits, buddy. I'm telling you right now, it's the GOAT. Who'd you think it was going to be? It's the GOAT. He's going to be the thumbnail because he's the GOAT, all right? 25.5 points against Utah. Folks, have you been paying attention to the same league that I am? Do you have Game Pass? Go back and watch those Utah Jazz games. They don't play defense. They play at an extremely fast pace, and they literally just say, we're going to try to outscore you because we ain't playing defense. The Phoenix Suns game comes to mind, okay? So this is the game plan. Take the GOAT. We take his points, 25.5. I got him projected for 28 point something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I have him going over by at least 3. And whenever I see a crispy 3-point differential, buddy, target it. Next, fantasy point. Got him projected for right around 53 to 54 fantasy points. Now, one of these two, in my humble opinion, my humblest opinion of all, is going to hit. Is it going to be the fantasy point? I'm not sure. Is it going to be the real points? I'm not sure. I got exposure to both. I split the baby. One in one slip, one in the other slip. Hopefully he gets there. My friend, it's been 20 years of the man crushing. It's unbelievable what he's been doing, okay? Obviously, I get the Michael Jordan argument, and I know Michael Jordan's one of the greatest of all time, but the fact that LeBron has been doing this for 20 years at this level with no stop puts him head and shoulders above everyone else. And I'm telling you right now, I'm the man's biggest critic. I don't care for his politics. I don't care for his personal opinions, but the only thing that I care about, the only thing that matters is the fact that when he's on the court, can he make me coin and give me an entertaining day? And buddy, he checks both boxes. So with that in mind, we're targeting the GOAT. And to be 100% honest with you, if the GOAT does sell you, it just doesn't feel as bad because you're like, well, he's been cashing me my whole life, so you kind of get over it quickly. And that's just me. So LeBron James, look at this, 1.49 fantasy points per minute with a whopping, I said a whopping Burger King style Whopper, buddy, 33% usage rate. My friend and brother in Christ, how can you not target the GOAT in this matchup with a 1.49 fantasy point per minute? I'm telling you right now. Let me do something for a minute for the visual guys in the back row eating popcorn, drinking the Red Bull. Did you see what I did there? I popped open the calculator for you guys because it's simple math. I need you guys to see this because I know there's visual learners out there that are just lost in the sauce. You want to know how I know? Because there's people that pay to be in my Discord, get my projections, and they're still lost in the sauce, and they have a direct line to me. It's insane. But here we go. 1.49 times 35. If LeGoat plays 35 minutes, my friend, it's simple math. He's getting 52 fantasy points, and that's a median projection. Obviously, he can have a bad game and not live up to his average fantasy point per minute. Obviously, there could be a blowout and he doesn't play 35 minutes. There could be foul trouble, could be this, could be that, but we don't care about that. All we care about is median, average projections, what's most likely to happen. And buddy, this is what's most likely to happen. Plays 35 minutes, that's a 52 burger. And if the game somehow stays close, I've seen LeBron play 37 minutes plus and he's supposed to be on restriction. You love the coach speak that never makes any sense. The guys, oh yeah, we're gonna be monitoring LeBron's minutes this season. Oh, are you? Is that why he's been doing GOAT-like things, crushing? Yeah, get out of here. The dude's making an MVP run in the 21st year of his career. So I tell you all that to say we're going to target the GOAT. If you don't want to target the GOAT, whatever. I made my case. I made my point. If he sells, well, buddy, he sells. We made the right play, and at the end of the day, that's all you can do. Now, on this glorious Taco Tuesday, we got Joel Embiid over here being the taco. Now, I do like this taco. I do like it. And for those that get to take the tacos, you're blessed to do it. But 25.5 points, I think he goes over this. I think he's going over his normal line, God willing, knock on wood. But my favorite line for Joel Embiid isn't the taco. It's not. I mean, it is now because of the discount, but I'm saying his overall projection. I like the man's assist. I was able to get his assist at 4.5 over on Sleeper. If you're not on Sleeper, again, or Chalkboard, both of them have it. Promo code CRUSH, send me a DM. I got you 30-day free trial in the court. But at 5 assists, still got that crispy push equity, but I don't like it as much. But 4.5, I got him projected for 6.5. So I will be targeting his assist. I did target it. I think I got like 150 piece on it, on his assist. And speaking of assists, we got to go over here to the Pacers Atlanta game. My lord, this is going to be, listen to me right now, on paper, this is the best game on the slate. Pacers Hawks. Can somebody say defense? No, you can't, because there's no defense to be played between these two teams. Pace up spot for both sides. You love to see it. Nobody wants to play defense. The Pacers just got blown, and I mean blown out of the gym without pause, okay, the other day, and now they come back in an elite matchup and they're due to bounce back. I'm talking about the lot of them. Miles Turner, Halliburton, I think they put up 67 points by the fourth quarter. It was ridiculous. It was disgusting. It should never have happened, but it did, and now they're in a chance to bounce back. So what are we going to do? We're going to target Trae Young's assists at 11. If you can find this puppy at 10.5, Sleeper, Chalkboard, you get him at 10.5. My own model thinks he's only getting 9, but I'm telling you right now, the brain, the human brain, can supersede technology, and when it does, it's glorious. Trae Young has been putting on a clinic when it comes to assists. Here's the deal. 13, 17, 11, 8, 11. It's in a great spot. My friend, the thing is this. Analytical model projections, we should be taking under here. The correct play long-term is under. But because you get Trae and Halliburton, the 2 assist leaders in the same game, I'm going with a narrative. Remember, Crush has got 4 pillars. Narrative and game theory is one of the 4 pillars. We got to factor that in. So at 10.5, I think he's going to land right on 11. I took over. I'm showing you this. I don't recommend taking over 11 on PrizePicks. You can if you like to eat bumps. Some of you guys, you crazy SOBs, you like to eat bumps. No pause. So I won't begrudge you a bit. You do you, buddy. But the assists for him in play, and the same thing that I just said, every last bit of it, the same argument applies to Halo Halliburton, 12 assists. He was at 11.5. I have him projected model-wise for 11.8. Now, I'm telling you, that's crazy. To get somebody to get projected for 11 assists is absolute insanity, okay? So both of these guys, you can find better lines. Hallie at 11.5. I got him here last night at 11.5. And Trae Young at 10.5. Both of them, they're in play. I love it. I love the narrative here. Assist via assist. Hopefully both of these guys show up. We fade the blowouts. If you don't want to eat those bumps, I don't blame you. You can go right here to the wagon himself. He had a stinker of a game. I told you, 17 fantasy points. I would bet my bottom dollar that he will be this. Listen to me right here. If Tyrese doesn't hit his fantasy point tonight, me, myself, and we're losing a lot of coin because I'm betting the house on it. 49.5 fantasy score versus the Hawks. Coming off of that absolute stinker 17, buddy, he needs to be fired up. He needs to come out firing tonight, and I expect him to go over. If he doesn't, well, then I lose, and I'll eat my chalk. I don't care. Bankroll management, buddy, you can do like that. Once you build your bankroll, you can make the right plays and make your gut reads and feel good about it. Win, lose, or draw. And you know what else? Win, lose, or draw? Captain Crush will be here the next day to break it down for you. That you can depend on. I ain't scared. If I take an L, I take it. I hold it. I advertise it. I don't care. Like yesterday, Sabonis and Collins and Joker, those three, and Harden, even James Harden, those four were in like 90% of my slips, and it hurt me. But you know what? I'm back on the wagon today, and together we ride. Pause. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about today on the YouTube, I'm going to talk a lot about more on the live stream in the Discord later today, which will be around 4 Central, okay, is going to be 3 people. You have DeAndre Ayton and Nurkic are both in a situation where they're playing their former teams, okay? They basically traded each other out, so they're facing each other. I hope, I pray, I mean, this is a game narrative theory. This is nothing analytical or model projection about it. It's not a good matchup for either case, but how can you be DeAndre Ayton knowing that they swapped you out for Nurkic and not show up and play hard? Like, how, dude? I would assume that Ayton's going to try to go off tonight and rub it in their faces. And on the same coin, even though Nurkic is in a better scenario now, I would think that he wants to show out too and show that he was the better option for the team. So both of these guys, fantasy points or points, rebounds, whichever, in play for that factor alone. Personally, I have Ayton projected for 30 fantasy points and Nurkic for 34. I just wanted to give you guys that insight for some of you that don't know. That is a theory that you should be factoring. That game does have blowout potential. Unfortunately, it's the highest spread on there, which is why KD is not the play of the day. If it was a close game scenario, KD fantasy score would be the play of the day or even his point. So what did I do? I took KD's first half points and I took my shot. Hopefully he hits, but his full game's technically in play. If you don't want to try to predict the blowout, you can absolutely go there, and that's that. Now, I talked about parlay play yesterday, and I'm going to talk about it again today. Remember, if you use the code CRUSH, you get the 30-day free trial, but this is the point of parlay play, the whole reason. This is my favorite too for parlay play. You take less on Scotty Barnes, 1.5 3-points made, but check out Trae Young. His line is 11. Now, because of the feature that only they have, you can slide it on down to 10.5, and now he only needs 11 to cover, so you put more there, and you can bet 10 max on the slide the lines, and you can flex it if you want, but that is my favorite two-man for parlay play. Again, you can take alternate lines on chalkboard. I'll be posting those in the Discord, those slips if you're interested. CaptainCrush.net gold package gets you access to my Discord, which as you can see here, I have it pulled up here. I have all the general chat. We have a section for everything, but on top of that, you have captain slips, which are there. I post all my slips there for you to mix and match whatever you want. I've been posting my projections, and this is the winning slips. People have been doing well. Myself, I'm on kind of a little bit of a downswing, but it's okay because it always turns around. This is the daily news section. When I tell you guys, this is where I post my NBA model projections and everything else. Stuff like that. It's there. So again, that's just CaptainCrush.net gold package. Folks, listen, as I said in the beginning, I'm telling you, I'm close to 10K, and when I get there, it's going to be a great day, and I'm 100% owe it all to you guys. I'm thankful that I get to come on here every day and talk about sports. It's insane when you think about it. I love doing it. I'm glad that you guys are receptive to it. I say this to me and my girl talk about this all the time. I'm not just saying it's because it's me. I literally do my best to give you guys some type of entertainment value, because at the end of the day, if you strip everything away, if you're not entertained by betting and doing this, then you should not and cannot be doing this, okay? Always be responsible. Always bet responsible. Use your brain, guys. Don't put yourself in a bad situation, please. From me to you, this has to be fun for you to maintain this. It has to be fun, and hopefully you make a profit along the way. But what I will do is try to get you better, try to get your process and your mind thinking right, and that is my promise to you. And what I'd like for you to do in return is just smash the like, maybe share it, throw me a comment or two. Tell me what you guys think. I don't care. I appreciate you coming through. Here's the salute. Good luck tonight in all your contests, and buddy, let's crush.